Hey guys, it's Girl Got Game, and we're back to playing Magical Diary. Again. So soon. And this time we're going to go for Virginia. So, this time around, you can see I've already picked my classes. I picked blue the first day because we get that scene with Ellen, and we need to do that. Let me just get the classes started while I'm explaining. I'm doing that because the choice you get from that scene is to get either cute points or weird points. And I need a high weird score in order for Virginia to even consider us. So because I already know this, I thought, hey, get some weird points early on. That's a good start, right? Right. I'm going to be taking red primarily, but I wanted to get the introductory classes out of the way, and also so that Potsdam doesn't put me in detention before our first exam. I need to expand my palette. But anyway, yeah. So, but I can't take all of the introductory classes the first week because I need to take sleep in the first week in order to get a special scene with Virginia, I've been told. So, we're gonna get that. And, I had to sleep before the 6th because there's an opportunity. I think that's the underwear scene. And up to this point, we've always talked to Ellen, but this time we're gonna go and find Virginia. And hopefully get on her good side early. Oh, 1 red. That's not a good start. I also need to get smart to at least 30, I hear. But I also need to get it higher than that just for being able to cast spells and stuff in the exams. Oh, this is the scene. Before I continue, hold on, I think I missed 1 line. Oops. Yes, thank you. Before I do the scene, the one last thing that we need to do a lot of is go to the mall, in the food court especially, and also to... oh yeah, go to the gym. Because that's where Virginia spends most of her time, obviously, and we haven't done that in any of my playthroughs yet, so that'll be exciting. But anyway, let's get back to what's going on. Ahem. In the late afternoon, I'm sitting on my bed with a magazine when I hear a groan. I'm guessing it's Virginia. Ugh. She drops her notebook on the floor, causing it to shed a couple of loose pages. What's the matter? Oh, nothing. Just school. She falls backwards onto the bed and kicks off her shoes, letting them arc off in different directions. I hate school. Sitting still, taking notes, listening to lectures about things I know already or never need to know anyway. Blah. Well, you don't have to go to class every day. You are taking it easy today, huh? Anyway, it's different for you. If I goof off, my brothers will catch me. Not that I care what Donald thinks. But William is different? Hello? He's a good guy. He's always looked out for me. Where are you guys from, anyway? Massachusetts. Salem? No, Springfield. But were there really witches in Salem? Sure, there still are. But I know what you mean. A lot of magical people are really connected to their homes. We tend to build a tower and defend it. If things go wrong at home, you fix them. Not so keen on moving. When times were bad for witches and wizards in Europe, they just hid better. They didn't go to America with the early colonies, not in big settlements anyway. And no wizards from Africa went there at all. So the only proper magical people around were the natives, and by the time of Salem, they didn't want much to do with the colonists. Then, a couple of kids came out wild seed, and there wasn't anybody to control them. So the witches they hanged were real. Why do I look so happy about that? No. It was only those kids who were witches, but they didn't know it. When they started doing real magic, they were just as scared as the village people. So they blamed other people when the preachers told them to, and it was the other people who got hanged. Hard luck on them. Anyway, we have schools now, so that sort of thing doesn't happen. I guess it's important to go to school, huh? Yeah. Sorry, Virginia, didn't mean to make you angry. Alright. Alright, let's get this black magic class done. Okay. After dinner, I'm walking back to my room when I notice the door is already open. Alright. I peek through the gap to see who's inside. It's Ellen. She's folding up some clothing, probably putting her laundry away. Wait a minute. That's Virginia's dresser she's opening. Why is Ellen rummaging around in her roommate's stuff? I haven't made a sound. She doesn't know I'm here yet. Go find Virginia this time. I don't know what's going on here, but if Ellen is poking around in our stuff, Virginia deserves to know about it. Luckily, she's not hard to find. I can see her down at the end of the hall. I start to rush over to her, then change my mind and try to move more quietly so as not to attract too much attention, and end up doing a sort of bunny hop down the hallway. Cutie? Shh! Come with me and don't make any noise. I grab her hand and drag her back to our doorway where I point inside. Ellen is now pulling a notebook out from under Virginia's bed. What are we looking at? She's going through your things. Why would she do that? She's trying to steal your notes. She's trying to steal your money. She's trying to steal your underwear. I have no idea. I have no idea. I have no idea. Do you keep anything weird in your dresser? Jewelry? Magic wands? Pet frog? No, why would I? Well, you grew up a witch. I don't know what sort of things you might have. Maybe she's curious too. This is silly. Hey, Ellen! Oh! Hi! What are you up to? I was just cleaning up in here. Oh, you're the one who's been picking up after me. Huh? I thought we had brownies or something. William never said anything about room service, but he's pretty neat normally, so he might not have noticed. Cutie here saw you opening my drawers and thought you were spying or something. It's okay. You were just looking out for me, right? Virginia puts an arm around each of our shoulders, pulling us into a sort of group hug. That's what roommates are for. So, you're not mad that I moved your stuff? Why should I be? I hate cleaning. Mom always does it for me at home. When I get my own place, it'll probably turn into a scary monster cave full of junk. Unless I find some real brownies to take care of it for me. I guess it's all worked out then. Virginia is too messy, and Ellen is too neat, so together we're just right. Guess that makes me Goldilocks. That's really funny. So I didn't even have the option of getting Ellen to teach her or anything. I'm awakened early on Saturday morning by a tap at the door, followed by a faint hissing sound. What's going on? I stumble out of bed to find that 3 envelopes have been pushed under the door to our room, each marked with one of our names. Hey, money's here! Each envelope contains $5, the weekly spending allowance for Iris Academy students. If it's our money, why can't they just give it to us all at once? I guess they don't trust us not to spend it all at once and then run out and complain. Well, that might teach people to plan ahead. This way still teaches people to plan ahead. If you want to buy anything really cool, you've got to save up. But you're missing the important part. It's Saturday, and that means a trip to the mall. I didn't think you were a shopaholic. I'm not, but it's great to get out and look at something other than school for a while, isn't it? Also, they have ice cream, and penny candy, and really big cinnamon cookies, and... We get the idea. Since I've been there before, I can show you guys around. What about studying? You have plenty of time for that during the week, right, cutie? Yeah. Sure, I'd love to go to the mall with you. Great. Ellen? I guess it's okay, but you ought to have a good breakfast before you look at ice cream. Yes, Mother. Ellen's such a mother hen. Students are lining up outside the school waiting for a free seat in one of the shuttle vans that travel between here and the local shopping center. Come on, we can ride together. Wait a minute. What is it? We're still in uniform. So? Won't people stare at us because we're all wearing capes? Nah. Just act natural, it's no big deal. But it's nowhere near Halloween. Since the teachers aren't saying anything, I suppose this is what we're supposed to do. The mall is not very large or very crowded, at least where I'm standing. Witches and wizards easily outnumber shoppers in ordinary clothes, but no one reacts to the sight. I guess if students come here all the time, they get used to it. Okay, that place does coffee and pastries. They have fresh fruit. That one does baked potatoes. There's a gift shop. There's the cafe. Are all these stores magical? No, there's only one magic shop here. They sell wands and stuff. I'm going to get a chocolate croissant. What about you? Yeah, so apparently the only place to find her is in the food court. Weird, I wonder why. But I can't actually buy anything while I'm in the food court, because otherwise it's detrimental to me somehow. I don't know the specifics because I didn't want to ruin it for myself. But I still lose stress if I just go. There are many different kinds of food available here. I don't have much money, so I'll just get no food. I decide to just watch my friends eat while I sit and talk with them. It saves money, but makes me feel a bit left out. Oh, I had exactly 3 stress and now it's gone. It's like it never happened. On Sunday morning, I sleep in. There aren't any school activities today that I know of, and I haven't made plans with anyone, so there's nothing else to do. Which just makes me realize I miss my family. I'm not used to being completely out of contact like this. There aren't even any phones in the dorm, so I can't call home. Dad promised he and Mom would write, but I haven't received anything. Maybe they were too busy on the first day, or the mail was slow. I'm sure I'll hear from them soon. No phones, no computers, no television. It doesn't matter much during the week when I'm busy with classes, but on a day like today it leaves me feeling restless. I think I'll go outside. It's a beautiful campus. I'm careful to stop when I want to admire something, rather than keep walking and risk another collision. But while the flowers and paved walkways are nice, what I'm really looking for is something a little more open. I follow the paths away from the main buildings toward grassy fields. We could play games out here, if we borrowed some balls from the gym. I wonder if Virginia was serious about starting a sports team. She is. Hey, I think I see her up ahead. She's talking to someone I don't know. I hurry to catch up. I hope I understand what this conversation is about one day. Mostly girls again this year, isn't it? Yeah, both my roommates are. I pause in mid-step. What is she talking about? Me and Ellen? That could be a problem eventually. Ellen and I both had wild magic. Is that the problem? Well, maybe more of us should drop out. The other way would be more fun. Maybe for you it would. What on earth are they talking about? This is silly. Spies never hear anything nice. I have no idea what they're discussing, and I shouldn't try to figure it out. I'll only come up with crazy stuff. I'm just going to walk away. Just walk away. At the end of the week, I get the chance to organize my thoughts and my belongings, as well as review the spells I've learned so far. So, let's look at our diary. Lifelong ambitions. Ellen told me about how she always dreamed about becoming a witch, unlike me. Witches of Salem. Virginia told me about the Salem witch trials, how some wild seed kids created a panic because they didn't have any training, so they couldn't control their magic. So now everyone with magic has to go to school to make sure that kind of thing doesn't happen. Virginia doesn't like school very much, though. Suspicious. I caught Ellen messing with Virginia's things, but it turned out she was just picking up after her. At least that's what she said. It's a little weird, isn't it? Sometimes I think I get along better with Virginia. Poor Ellen. We got along so well with her last time. But yeah, we do want to get along better with Virginia. Homesick. I miss my family. I hope they'll write soon. I feel out of place here sometimes compared to the people who were born magical. Virginia said earlier that it didn't matter who was wild seed and who wasn't, but I'm not sure that's true. Morning assembly. Once again, we are all called to the gymnasium first thing Monday morning. Only this time there are even more people here. Is this a meeting of the whole school? What for? I asked Virginia if she knew what this was about, but she just grinned and said she couldn't tell me. Oh, initiation. Oh, but I get to choose the knives option this time. That'll be interesting. Ooh, it's quiet, sorry. Someone steps up to the podium, but it's not a teacher.
Good morning, everyone. My name is William Danson, and I am your incoming senior class president. But for the next week, half of you will be calling me Sir William. Welcome to freshman initiation.
A magical initiation ritual?
Before we start, I am required to give you some safety information. Nothing that happens this week should cause you physical harm. Physical harm. Ahem. If you are ordered to do something dangerous or that you know is wrong, please go to a teacher immediately. Now, all you freshmen, please line up. One at a time, come up on stage, announce your name and where you come from, and receive one of these initiation handbooks.
Okay. Students dutifully shuffle along, announcing themselves one by one. Some of them I've already met. Some names are new. Suki Sato, Jamal Mir, Pastel Rao, Luke and Logan Pfeiffer. Then it's my turn. After I state my name, Cutie Patootie, William hands me a stapled together paper booklet. Inside are a bunch of rules and a list of all the members of the senior class, complete with black and white pictures and full names. According to this, we're required to memorize the names of all the seniors, and throughout the week we have to address them as Sir or Lady whatever. And there's more. We have to memorize a silly poem and recite it on command. We must never show our backs to a senior. We must never be taller than a senior. We must always respond to requests with... Wait, William's at the podium again.
Now, as well as serving and honoring the entire senior class, each of you will become the property of one particular senior. Your senior is your master, your best friend, your worst nightmare, and your only protection from the rest of us. Stand and wait, and we will choose.
He steps away from the podium while we freshmen look at each other nervously. The seniors start to move around the room, poking and prodding and calling out orders. You're taller than me, freshman! Get down on the ground!
Don't turn away from me, freshman! I see your back!
Ellen and I end up kneeling, back to back, and watching as the sharks circle. Here's our favorite guy. You. I look up to see a strange boy standing over me. Very strange. Even Pastel, the girl with the fairy wings, looked mostly human. According to the list of seniors, his name is Damian Ramsey. But what is he? Cutie Patootie, I think you should be mine. Okay. Stand up. But then I might be taller. It's alright, you're with me. You don't have to worry about the rules if I'm with you. Only what I say matters. Here, take my hand. I'll help you up. Alright. With Damien's help, I climb to my feet. Come on, I'll walk you to the door. You need to stay by me until you're out of sight of the other seniors. Then you can plan the rest of your week in peace. What happens for the rest of the week? More the same, mostly. They'll boss you around when they see you, and make you say embarrassing things. Then on Friday everyone hugs and makes up. Don't let it distract you too much from your studies. You need to learn if you're going to keep up. I'd suggest studying blue magic this week. Is that an order, sir? Just a suggestion. When I give you an order, you'll know. I will turn up to give you some instructions later in the week. I wouldn't be doing my job properly if I didn't give you at least a little bit of a hard time. He grins and brushes the back of his hand against my cheek. Good luck, cutie. With a wave, he leaves me on my own. So what should I do this week? Okay, get the white out of the way. And just take red. We won't go to gym. At least I don't think I'm going to plan on going to gym until after my first exam. Or at least until after I get over 25 red. Yeah. So we'll do that. I'm walking back to my room when I hear someone yelling up ahead. Lower, freshman! Yes, Lady Angela! Ellen bends her knees, but the older girl follows suit. You're still too tall! Lower! Poor Ellen tries to make herself even smaller. If that senior notices me, she'll just start yelling at me too. I can't make her stop, but I feel like I ought to do something. Hey, leave her alone! Is she yours? She's a horse, and this is our all. You go on now. I love Isabel so much. Whatever. Sorry about that, kids. People ought to be safe in dorms and classes so they can get their schoolwork done. I know I'm not your senior, but if you really need help dealing with the others, just let me know. Thanks. The older girl nods and goes back to her room, and I come out of hiding. Are you okay? What? I'm fine. Everything's fine. Really? I follow Ellen into our room. Hey guys, how's initiation so far? I'm not sure what the point is. It's a bonding experience. How else would you know that you'd grown up and become a real witch? By casting spells? Whatever. So, who'd you guys get for seniors? I got Balthazar Brundrick. He likes plants. He really likes plants. I think he's got moss growing on him. Your brother, William. Oh, that's great. He'll be good to you. What about you, cutie? Damian Ramsey. Oh, no. What do you mean, oh, no? He's evil. What? What's so bad about him? Look at him. He's a demon. Demons are real. There are actual evil demons like in stories? Probably. There are a lot of creatures in the other world. What's the other world? Anywhere that's not Earth. Ask one of the professors. They can explain it better. But if he's only probably a demon... Well, look, he's obviously not full human, right? He's not a wild seed like you. But when he first turned up at school back when William was a freshman, nobody had ever heard of him before. So if he's from a magical family, how come nobody knows them? All magical families know each other? Well, it's not like everybody knows everybody, but everybody knows somebody if you go back far enough. Most of the people in our year born magical I've met sometime, even if I don't know them that well. Or my dad knows their aunt, or knows someone who does. Like that winged girl, Pastel. Yeah, her dad was a sylph. See, everybody knows about her and her mother, but nobody knew that guy. And he's blue. How is that possible? Also, William doesn't like him, so I don't like him. And because Virginia doesn't like him, I don't like him either. It all sounds very vaguely mysterious, but there's no proof that there's anything evil about Damien. He's evil. Well, as long as he's nice to you, it's alright, right? Yeah, I guess. I guess I'm just gonna have to break his little heart again. I'm hurrying across the campus first thing in the morning when I spot Damien leaning against a wall. Well, hello there, cutie. Hi, sorry, I can't talk right now. What's the matter? Big Steve said I had to get him coffee right now. Well, he sort of growled it, really. Who do you belong to? Me or Big Steve? Well, you, but then I think you have time to talk. Don't worry, I won't bite. It's just that I've been thinking about you. As your senior, I'm supposed to give you commands, so that you can demonstrate your obedience. I have to make you do things that you wouldn't want to do. But I don't want to do anything that would hurt or upset you in front of people. Oh, well, thanks. So I thought of something else. Something you could do that no one else would have to know about. Our little secret. Like... I want you to write me a love letter. What? An extremely romantic love letter. I want you to proclaim your undying passion in words, with hearts and flowers, and sealed with a kiss. I see you're embarrassed. That makes it a good challenge for your initiation. And a good souvenir for me, too. I always wanted someone to write me a love letter. So you'll do it, right, freshman? I'll do it. Good girl. Hand it to me by midnight and your task is complete. And make sure it's juicy. You'd better hurry and get Steve's coffee now. Right! We head off on our separate ways. I can't wait to see how this whole choosing the knives option plays out now. With Grabiner reading it, and I'm guessing Damien won't get me butter now? Oh, let's find out. I'm sitting at my desk, staring at a blank piece of paper and tapping my pencil absently. Could you stop that? It's a slightly annoying sound. Sorry. I flatten my hands on the desk surface to try and keep from fidgeting. And sigh. Are you doing homework? No, I'm trying to write a stupid love letter. A love letter? Not a real one. It's for initiation. I'm supposed to write a really romantic love letter. But I have no idea what to say. Oh. Maybe you should just quote Shakespeare. Sonnets are romantic. I don't think that counts as writing. Sorry, I was never very good at creative writing. Oh, I have an idea. You don't have to copy a famous poem exactly, but they can still give you suggestions. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. So, compare him to something unusual. What can I compare Damien to? His teeth are like knives. So, like, the steel of a knife is not as sharp and strong as your teeth. That doesn't sound much like a love letter. Well, it's not a real love letter anyway, right? And it's supposed to be really over the top, so maybe I should stop trying to make it make sense. I look out the window. Your mind is like the sky. It's huge, and when it gets dark, there are stars in it. That doesn't make much sense, but I'm sure I can make it sillier. Damien's gonna be so pissed off at me. I want to sail to those stars on my hoverboard and circle them with my magical pen to make them change color. Ellen's just looks very concerned. Then I will bring them together in an explosion of romance. Yours, Cutie. That's very strange. Thank you. That means it's special. I suppose. I look at what I've written and frown. I don't think I have good love letter handwriting, though. And I don't have any cutesy stationery. I do. I could copy it over for you if you want. Really? Thanks. I hand her my scribbled version, and she produces a small pad of pink paper decorated with flowers. Sorry, I need to drink some water quick. It's supposed to be sealed with a kiss. Do you think he'll know if I don't? I don't know. There might be a spell for it. I guess I have to then. Ellen copies my love letter, and I fold it up and carefully kiss the center of the folded paper, for I do not want a paper cut on my lip. Now I can deliver this thing and forget about it. Oh, I'm so excited to see how this plays out. Different thing, different thing. Ugh. Am I even gonna get to 25? Here it is. When the professor arrives for class, we're all waiting quietly in our seats. He proceeds to walk to the front of the class, looks down at his desk, and frowns. Do 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 do. I miss this music. He picks up a folded piece of pink paper, holding it pinched between thumb and forefinger as if it were a particularly unpleasant bit of soiled laundry. Unfolding it gingerly, he begins to read aloud. The steel of a knife is not as sharp and strong as your teeth. Oh no! There are a few giggles, quickly smothered as his gaze sweeps the classroom. Would the author of this little missive care to identify him or herself? And I will admit it this time so I can get my merits. Up. Because I need to run for treasurer, I think, this time around. With a gulp, I stand up. It's mine, sir. Ah, Miss Patootie. And do you expect me to be flattered by your childish affections? You telling me you're into the whole knife thing, man? What? Wait, no, it's not to yet. 10 demerits and detention this Saturday. But I didn't.
Silence!
Your face. In the interest of avoiding further disruption to today's lessons, I think it best that you leave the classroom now. Perhaps by tomorrow you will have had time to think about your actions. But I didn't do this. There's no point. He won't listen, because he's grabbing her. All I can do is slink out of the room in shame. It's not fair. It doesn't make any sense. How did that letter possibly get here? I gave it to Damien. Stomp, stomp, stomp. I stomp through the halls, driven by the fires of righteous fury. Even the seniors I pass on my way don't dare challenge me. Falcon Hall, home of the pretty boys. He must be around here somewhere. Damien! Is my favorite freshman looking for me? I jab my finger into his chest. You gave my love letter to Professor Grabner. You humiliated me in front of the entire class, and now I've got detention. Oh no. Cutie, I'm so sorry. I thought you were supposed to be my senior. My friend. Oh, sweet girl. This is all my fault. Of course it's your fault. You did it. That's not what happened. I was telling some of the guys how I'd made my freshmen write this letter for me. I was showing off. And they thought it was funny. The very idea of a girl writing a love letter to someone like me. When I was at class yesterday, someone broke into my room and stole the letter. Oh! I thought they were only going to use it to tease me. I never imagined you would be hurt. I'll go to Professor Grabner. I'll explain that I made you write the letter. If someone gets detention for this, it should be me. Thank you! You're sure it's alright? I tried to explain, but Hieronymus just won't listen to me at all. Well, you're a freshman. No one listens to them. I'm sure I can make him understand the truth. Everything will be fine. Besides, I'm your senior. It's my job to protect you. Thank you! Now, do I get a hug? Oh, okay. I reach out and give him a squeeze. Cautiously, but that seems to be enough to make him happy. You're a good guy, Damien. I do my best. It's not until after I wake up on Friday morning that I realize something. Something very important, which should have occurred to me before now. Virginia! Psst! Virginia, wake up! What? It's Friday the 13th! So? Are there any special rituals we need to do? Or not to do to protect us from magical bad luck? Ew. No, Friday the 13th is good luck when you're a witch. Oh. So it's a good omen that our initiation finishes today. Now let me finish sleeping. She pulls the covers over her head. Well, I'm already wide awake, so I may as well make an early day of it. Do-do-do. As I'm walking through the halls, I hear the sound of familiar footsteps. Oh, right. Here's my apology. Oh, great. So much for this being a lucky day.
Good morning, Miss Patootie.
Good morning, sir.
I believe that I owe you something of an apology.
An apology?
I did not give you a chance to explain your actions because I believed that I already knew the reasons behind them. You may not be aware, Miss Patootie, but it is considered a traditional initiation prank to order freshmen to proclaim their love for me, the very thought of which fills them with horror.
I see.
Since it was not your intent to disrupt my lessons, I will cancel your detention and return the 10 merits I took from you. And another 10 for having the courage to admit that you had written the letter, and an apology for the lesson you missed out on.
Thank you, sir.
Please, do not feel that this makes us friends, Miss Patootie. It is simply a matter of redressing the balance.
Of course. Yes, sir. Have a good day. I miss you. I miss you. Ah, breeze. Moves air around the caster's current square, creating a gentle breeze. Oh, and Ew! And push object. Shove a target 1 square in the direction indicated by the caster. Such a long week. After the day's activities, we're all called together into the gym again. Just freshmen at first, standing together in a confused herd and whispering about the crazy tasks we've done this week. Then we hear the sounds of heavy footsteps marching in union. Bow down, look up, you're too tall, don't turn your back to me, lower! Lower! After a few minutes, we're all lying flat on our backs on the floor. And that's when William takes the stage.
Welcome, freshmen. It's time for the final phase of your initiation. Corina will be passing out the blindfolds. Please put them on.
A long-haired girl from Snake Hall tiptoes around the room, delicately placing a strip of dark fabric in the hands of each freshman. Blindfolded? What are they planning to do with us? Well, everyone else is doing it. Okay. Now I can't see and I have no idea what's going on. I hear people moving around. Whispering. 1 or 2 giggles. I wait. Eventually I feel a hand touching my shoulder. Sit up. Carefully. Now, on your feet. I stand up with unseen hands under my elbows steadying me. Then one of those hands pushes me. Hey! Round and round she goes. Where she stops, nobody knows. I feel myself spun around, passed from hand to hand. Stop! They hold me, swaying in place. For your own safety, do exactly what I tell you. Walk forward, slowly. That voice sounds familiar. Well, whatever, I'll play along. I follow the instructions of the voices and try to guess where I'm going. Through the buildings, out a door, across the grounds. Step up! Up! Careful now, don't hit your head. I feel a hand on top of my head guiding me into a van? Sit down, I'll strap you in. I can hear other people being guided into the remaining seats. So, okay, we're going for a drive. To the mall? To a cave? To a hotel? To a secret underground temple? Eh? At last we arrive, and are carefully ushered out of the car. Surprise! What? It's Damien. Initiation is over. Now it's time for the party. Groups of students lounge around by the lakeside, seniors and freshmen mingling freely. Long tables groan under watermelons, punch bowls, and chafing dishes. There's soda and barbecue and games and presents from the seniors to their freshmen. Uh-huh. You bought me a present? Actually, we were supposed to make them, but I've never been very good at that sort of thing. So, here. He hands me a small box. Inside, I find a small object I don't immediately recognize. It looks like some sort of tool. Maybe a pocket knife? Yes, but my teeth aren't sharper than the steel. Oh! That was, excuse me. This was mine when I was a little boy. I kept it with me like a lucky charm. But now I want you to have it. Thanks. He smiles at me and seems so perfectly happy that I can't imagine anyone would ever think him an evil demon. Can't believe he gave me his pocket knife. Come on, let's go join the party. It's just getting started. Alright. Everybody's here. This would be a good chance to get my roommates, aka Virginia, to meet Damien and see that he really is a bad guy. Oh, he's not a bad guy. But if that backfired and they said something mean to him, it could spoil the party. What should I do? Gotta go see Virginia. Oh, you should meet my roommates. Are you sure? They're nice. You'll like them. I hope. I spot Virginia in the crowd. Actually, I spot her senior, who's pretty hard to miss, and then Virginia beside him, and start to lead Damien in their direction. Virginia's a born witch, so she's really helpful, telling me and Ellen things about the school and traditions and stuff. right through my begonias. But if you take some tea and rancid yak butter... Hello, cutie. She grabs at my hand. Isn't this a great party? And then she notices Damien. Oh, you're senior. Virginia, this is Damien. Damien, my roommate, Virginia. William's sister. That's right. And I assume you guys already know each other. Balthazar. Damien. Good week. It's alright. Balthazar here was just telling me all about his begonias. Why don't you two talk about that while Cutie and I go get some food? But you know how much I love dessert. I do, and so do I. That's true. Come on. She tugs me away from the guys and off towards the refreshment table. Phew, I thought I'd never get away. That wasn't very nice. I wanted you and Damien to make friends. If he keeps Balthazar occupied so I don't have to hear anything more about gardening today, I'll owe him a favor. I'll even give him cookies. I suppose. Do you know what he gave me as a present? Mushroom spores. Well, you could use them to grow a snack? I hate mushrooms. Come on, there's food and games and we can even go swimming. Let's have some fun. And so, we spend the afternoon having a good time together. Yay for friendship. On Saturday morning, I wake up to find envelopes under the door again. Our allowances and one extra. My parents finally wrote to me. I open up the envelope, intending to skim through it quickly, but it turns out there's not much to skim through. They send their love and hope I'm having fun at boarding school. That's it. No mention of what they've been doing. No questions about any friends I've made. Not even any questions about magic. How can they not ask about magic? Before I got here, I had no idea what was possible. There was only that brief moment of magic back when I was 13, before the officials came to turn off the power and give me the choice. For 3 years I've had to wait and wonder. And now I'm finally starting to discover this entire world of possibilities and they don't even ask? Maybe they don't want to bother me in case I'm busy. Or they figure I'll tell them what I want to tell them. I still haven't written. I'm so bad. I will write them a letter. Tomorrow. Really? But for today, I have to decide whether or not to go out. And we're gonna study. There we go. After breakfast, I sit down to figure out what to write to my parents. I could tell them about the strange professors here, but I don't want to sound like I'm complaining. There are lots of silly stories about things that happened during initiation, but I'm not sure if you can really appreciate them if you weren't there. They might think it sounds like bullying. I guess I should tell them about my bedroom and the food here, things like that, so that they don't worry about me. They'll want to know that I get enough sleep and I remember to brush my teeth. And my roommates, I should write about them. We've been so busy. We don't know each other all that well yet, but they're both good people. Poor Ellen's had a hard time of it this week with initiation. I'm sure she's glad that it's all over. As for magic, well, I've learned a few things, but I haven't really done proper magic yet. Just classroom exercises, so I'll wait a while before I tell them much about that. Mail doesn't go out on Sundays, so I fold my letter up and stick it in an envelope, but I don't seal it yet. I can get a stamp from the on-campus post office tomorrow. I think I shall go for a walk. The first of many. Or one of many. I think I went for one last week. I wander around the campus, wondering how long the leaves will stay green. This is a magical place, so it might be like this all year. I'd miss the fall colors, though. I wonder what witches and wizards do for Halloween. Dress up like normal people? As I'm thinking that, my own personal Halloween decoration makes an appearance. Hi, Damien. He looks at me oddly. What are you up to? Want to do something together? Why? To be friendly? Because we're bored? Not that bored. Without a further word, he brushes past me and away. What just happened here? Virginia comes up behind me. I told you so. Told me what? That he's evil. I was just talking to my brother about him to get the scoop. He's a total womanizer. William says last year he left every sophomore in Butterfly Hall crying in the bathroom at some point. He gets girls' hopes up, then when they fall in love with him, he dumps them. I'm not dating him. The point is, he's a jerk. Forget you ever knew him. You'll be better off. There must be some misunderstanding. I know Virginia doesn't like Damien, but he was nice to me. Maybe he's just having a really bad day. If he doesn't want to talk to me right now, there's no point in chasing after him. Come on, let's go to the gym and play. Okay. I guess. Right. What a long week. Initiation is always so freaking long. Freshman initiation. The new students all have to bow and scrape to the seniors for a week. We each are assigned to one senior in particular. Mine is Damien. Mysterious past. Virginia says no one had ever heard of Damien before he turned up at the school. She thinks that's pretty weird, since he's obviously not a wild seed like me. Where did he come from? Love letter. Damien has ordered me to write him a juicy love letter as part of initiation. Writing. Ellen helped me come up with an idea for my love letter and even copied it out for me on nicer paper so it would look pretty. I delivered it to Damien's hall on schedule. Phew! Love letter mix-up. The letter I wrote ended up on Professor Grabner's desk, and he thought I'd sent it to him. It was awful. He wouldn't listen to a word I said, and he gave me detention and everything. But Damien said he'll fix everything for me. He's really a nice guy. These awful bullies trying to embarrass us both. Vindicated. Professor Grabner canceled my detention for the love letter mess. He even gave me merits to make up for it. Yay! Lakeside party. Freshman initiation ended today with a big cookout party by a lake in the forest. Damien gave me a silly present which was sweet. It wasn't silly, it was nice. Unfortunately, I lost track of him because Virginia needed my help to ditch Balthazar, her senior. And snubbed. I tried to talk to Damien today and he completely brushed me off. What's going on? He was really friendly to me last week. Did something happen? Virginia says it's just because he's evil, but... Well, we all know Virginia's right. At least this time around.